because I'm emotional. It goes with the theme.
Just talk to me. Yeah. You know you heard me for the very last time.
What's a man to do when he just can't take no more? What am I to do when my heart leads me to the door? I'm emotional and I can't let go. I am trying to hold on to you, though it hurts me so. Gotta let you know that the love we once shared now is through. Say goodbye to you. What's a man to do when he just can't take no more? What am I to do when my heart leads me to the door?
Now we tried again, but now this is the end. Tell me what's the use of holding on if we can't be friends? I'm emotional. Look at me, I can't stop crying. Inside my heart, it's slowly dying. Yeah. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Thursday night, day 21 of 30. I gotta get this underway. It's getting late. Everybody that's here for the live, what's up? Jump Out Gang, what's good?
Many people know them as the Jump Out Boys in their city.
That's how I feel about you guys. I know. I can't help it. If you're gonna do it, do the most. You're gonna show up, and show the hell out. I feel like I'm coming back down with the sickness again. I'm feeling stuffy again. I don't know what's going on. Not on a Friday's Eve. I miss Thursdays. I'm not gonna lie, it's a different energy. I can't tell you, like, my shit talker meter is way high right now. Right? I'm reminiscing on my shit talker meter. Oh, shut up. All right, focus. All right, to everybody here at the live, I appreciate you guys right here for showing up for me in the live living flesh over these digital airwaves things. Right? I don't know what I'm saying, but you understand it. You don't know what I'm saying, but you understand what I'm saying. And for everybody that's going to watch this, you watch this back from the beginning, you vibe with the Carl Thomas, and you get in with the mood of the show, because on real, I'm going to say what I got to say, and I'm going to be out. That's right. I've been feeling a little different in the big 26. You know what I mean? I've been feeling a little extra different in the big 26. I'm feeling dangerous, right? I'm feeling real. I don't know when they say like a race car is running loose. I feel like I'm running loose. Loose and fast. Damn it, I feel like Cold Trickle right now in Days of Thunder. All right, that was Tom Cruise movie. I don't know. All right. Yeah, the title is Emotional. This is day 21 of the 30 straight days of live streaming with yours truly, Mo 3 times, as I get it together, because we have a important message to say. We got important shit to convey, and I want to make sure my shit's sharp. So when I go out to spread the message, that we're doing it clearly and concisely and thought-provokingly, if you will. Right? And I got a lot of important things to say, and I realize that sometimes I'm like, and I gotta hit live and just go ahead and do it, you know, and get my naturalness back to it, get my flow, get my reps in. But hold on. Practice makes perfect, and we're practicing right now, so you don't see perfection, but you're seeing perfection in the making. Oh, I didn't even get the applause button because there's no such thing as perfection. But we're going to get pretty damn near close to it right now, guys. Not just me, you, me, all of us. Because that's what's necessary to make it in this world that has been put in front of us. All right. Now, you guys may be wondering, where the hell is this whole emotional thing coming from? Why is it the theme? Why is he playing the karaoke style? By the way, the copyright-free, non-strike instrumental of a cover of a version of Emotional in the style of Carl Thomas. Okay. I don't want to get no strikes. Don't slow me down on YouTube. Don't slow me down, YouTube. I'm trying to do things here. But the reason why I'm doing all of this, ladies and gentlemen, and I will show up and show out for you. Let me get applause for my face. Am I here? Oh, you're going to take your time getting in there. You're going to take your time. I'm alive. I'm right here. I'm a little parched. I'm a little dry. But the reason why I have this theme of Carl Thomas here and emotional is because, like, when people used to get emotional and stuff like that, when I'm joking around with the guys, we used to start singing Carl Thomas on them when they started getting emotional, like, and stuff like that. But I've grown and I've learned different things. And growing, I've also observed certain things, and I've noticed a pattern lately where people dismiss someone as emotional during disagreements, as if that alone invalidates what they're saying. You understand what I'm saying? As if emotion is something to be ashamed of, or if it's something that disqualifies a person from being able to reason. Now, the truth is, emotions exist whether we show them or not. And in my experience, the people who suppress them in the name of being a quote-unquote man often end up erupting later in far more destructive ways. Horns? Now, I don't know if you guys have been following along, but I've been a little back and forth on Facebook. I don't usually really go back for the drama. Usually I skip over people's stuff when they post dumb shit, or, you know, I hit ignore or snooze their account. But I felt, since I've been in the spirit of spreading light on misinformation, that hell, if I'm going to do it here on the airways with the YOUs, that hell, in my regular normal life, I should be doing it with people that I know. You understand what I'm saying? And during the back and forth debate where I was just fact checking somebody from something that was just like, I mean, the same internet that you use to post the shit is the same internet you could use to research the shit. Like, there was a dig where this word emotion came up, and it's a kind of a trigger, but the dig was subtle. And when that word was used in an open debate that kind of spilled on, you know, in social media these last few days, I had to respond to the meme posted by someone I grew up with. It was a friend that I respected, someone I admire for his work effort, his work ethic, and his dedication to his family, you know, to be real. And actually, the meme itself, I'm going to describe it. I'm not going to put it up or anything. I think I posted it on Tuesday's show, if you want to go back, where the illustrious Will was on the show with us. I think it was called... I believe the show was called Crime is Up. You can check it on my live. But I actually posted, and we go over there, and then there was a little back and forth since then. But the meme itself if I'm going to describe it, was a right wing in nature. It was right wing in nature, and it was attempting to basically pose as some sort of counter criticism of the Trump administration's recent decision to invade Venezuela. Okay, and really what stood out to me immediately were claims I knew to be false, and it was supposed to say something like Obama killed Osama bin Laden without congressional approval, and that Obama killed Muammar Gaddafi, and I knew the first one was misleading. Like, I just know that one was misleading. And then the second one I knew was misleading because, like, I have cable, and I don't know if it was on cable or Reddit, but I actually remember when they got Gaddafi. I do understand that United States was involved. It was a NATO operation, if we're going to go there. So there were other countries involved too. England, France, Germany, other countries were involved. But I remember Muammar Gaddafi was being dragged in the streets by Libyan rebels. Libyan rebels. You know, SEAL Team 6 doesn't do that to bodies anymore. Anymore, if they ever did. But yeah, the military, U.S. military doesn't do that to bodies anymore. I feel like, I'm not sure, but I might have to fact check that one. But anyway, but I knew all these was misleading. All right. Right? Bin Laden was killed during a military operation, and that was already authorized since like 9/11. Bin Laden had one on his head. He was number one with the bullet up there. So that was already authorized. What wasn't authorized was going into Pakistan, and that's awesome. Like, you would think that these people, because I remember the I believe the meme came from something called, like, I don't know, Republican Patriot or some shit like that, something crazy. It was something but it had Patriot in there, and you would think that a patriot, these type of patriots, would be happy at killing a targeted enemy of America, right? But if you can use whatever you want in your fight. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to use whatever, even if it doesn't make sense to your actual beliefs or anything. You're allowed to use that in an argument. I don't accept it, but I understand it happens, right? So Gaddafi killed by Libyan rebels, and not NATO intervention and all that. These distinctions, I know I'm rambling, but these distinctions actually matter. And when I responded, for you guys that know what I'm talking about, when I responded, I did not respond out of spite. You know, I know there was a fuck 'em in there, but it was more of like, look, if we're not gonna go back and forth right here if you refuse to receive facts, then fuck 'em, you know. But I don't wish bad or ill will or on anybody. I honestly don't. I only wish good things and everybody. I wish enlightenment on there. Please accept my blessings. I don't know. Anyway, like I was saying, I didn't respond out of spite. I didn't respond out of some type of partisan loyalty, because I just responded because, like I've been saying, misinformation has consequences. And I believe friends should be able to challenge each other without being written off as being irrational or emotional, especially when they're bringing fucking facts. Now, for the record, for all you guys out there, if you're wondering, because I've been doing this, like, the record is, I am a registered, and you can look this up. You can look this up. I am a registered independent. We're going to clarify some things here. I am a registered independent. I actually think that both sides are full of shit. Full of shit. I think one side, in my view, is a big, stinky load of shit that can be scooped up and dealt with. But I think there's the other side. And that other side is a hot, nasty, chunky, watery type of diarrhea. And in this diarrhea, there's pieces of Mexican street corn mixed in it. And it's nasty. And it's crazy that Mexican street corn is somehow mixed throughout, because it's especially wild, because you got to consider the fact that these people who made this actual shit that I'm talking about are responsible for kicking out a whole heap, a whole shitload of Mexicans. Like, I kind of like tremble because I don't want to say make it make sense, but damn, bro. Make it make sense. Hey, Kato. Make it make sense. And honestly, that's crazy. That's crazy. I haven't been switching my screen. Excuse me. But like, what's painful is that there's a lot of people out there that have lost a lot of friends and even family members, and people have gotten divorced over this exact political climate we are living through right now. There was a time, if you guys can remember, when Democrats and Republicans could coexist. They could disagree, they could argue, and they could still, and you would still believe a little bit, even as a citizen, that both sides fundamentally wanted to improve life for people who elected them. That assumption right now, I do not feel safe in making that assumption. You know, I don't. And I think, in my opinion, what we are witnessing now, to me, doesn't feel like governance at all. It doesn't feel like I'm being governed or anything like that. It feels like I'm being ruled over and I'm being reigned over, and there's a hesitation for them to thoughtfully, govern. But there's like a huge rush for them to dominate, punish, and control. And I have a serious issue with that. Do you have a serious issue with that? And I also know that I have an issue with a constant stream of lies and fibs and half-truths and fabrications and alternative facts and all that shit, because it's become normalized. And yes, that normalization pisses me off and it makes me angry. All right, if we're talking emotional. Though it hurts me so, gotta let you know, one shit now is through. Say goodbye to you, to do when he just can't take no more. What's a man to do? Spitting, look at them pipes. Right? All right. I'm angry. I'm emotional, okay? But if I'm going to be honest, let me step closer to what's really going on here. The emotion underneath all of this isn't just anger, and it isn't rage. Let's be honest. I'm sad. I am sad. And I am scared. And I'm scared because it is increasingly feeling like my government is allowed to kill people with impunity. And I'm scared because history tells us unchecked power rarely fucking stops when it claims it's going to stop. And I'm frightened. I'm scared. I'm freaking afraid because dissent is being framed like it's disloyalty to the country, and opposition is treated like a threat to democracy instead of the necessary part of democracy. And let's be real, people who look like me, that speak like me, have never been afforded much margin for error when the state decide it's had enough. Shout out to Will Murphy. Shout out to Will. But ultimately, yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad because I am fully aware that I live among people who are selfishly closed-minded. People who would rather protect a bald-faced lie than confront the truth. I am freaking sad that I live amongst people who dismiss the calls for a better world as emotional weakness, while at the same damn time spreading fake ass falsehoods without any shame at all. So what it especially is rich to me is being labeled emotional.
And to do when he just
by someone pushing misinformation, as if sincerity is weakness, as if caring deeply about the truth and accountability, and hold up, caring about human life is something to be embarrassed by. So let's be clear. If being emotional means being honest, if that shit means being heartfelt, if that shit means being unwilling to quietly accept lies, then fine. I'll own it. I'll sign for that. Which brings me to one simple question for you guys out there. And I'll leave you with this. Ask me, I'm going to ask you this. Would you rather, let's play would you rather follow a stone cold liar, or would you follow someone who's heartfelt and true and committed to the truth? I ask you all of that because I know for sure one of those paths leads to control, and I know that control is going to lead to collapse, and I know that the other side at least leaves room for humanity. Hit me, baby. I'm going to listen to the rest of this song now, okay? I don't know what you guys are going to do, but I'll be back on tomorrow for day 22 of 30, talking shit and getting clear. If anything that I said touched you or struck a chord or anything like that, do me a favor, hit like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're trying to build community over here. And we're not trying to build community that all agrees. We need to hash this out so we can be better as people, okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow for a fabulous Friday with Mo 3Times and a gang. And we're going to open up the call lines and we're going to talk about some things that I want to talk about. Like some things about the culture, all right? Peace.